words from Prabhupada.
Okay, this is nice.
Let's hear this. Give a little speech.
On the basis of the philosophy, oneness, simultaneous oneness and difference, achitya abheda bheda tattva, which maintains that Krishna is simultaneously one with and different from his creation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is the combined form of Radha and Krishna, he inaugurated the Sankirtan movement 500 years ago. He was chanting of Hare Krishna. It's like they used to do it 500 years ago. They would dance in the streets. Very ecstatic. He taught that the most practical way for everybody to practice meditation is simply to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He taught that the holy name of Krishna is the sound incarnation of Krishna. And since Krishna is the absolute whole, there is no difference between his holy name and his transcendental form. Thus, by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can directly associate with Krishna by sound vibration. As one practices chanting this sound vibration, one passes through three stages of development: the offensive stage, the clearing stage, and the transcendental stage. In the offensive stage of chanting, one may desire all kinds of material happiness. So here we're sitting down here willingly and wanting to, and we're getting into it. The people walking around, some maybe they'll stay aloof, and then others they walk by and they just think that we're crazy. And the last thing they would ever think that they need is spirituality in their life. So they're on the offensive stage. They're lost in materialism. So this chanting, if they're exposed to it enough, it will cure them of the disease. Actually, materialistic life is like a disease. And this chanting is described as an antidote to cure the plague. Like imagine, you ever see those zombie movies? Everybody becomes a zombie. We got to cure them, find a cure or something, So in a sense, everybody without knowledge of their eternal spiritual nature, they're like a zombie. So the Hare Krishna mantra is waking everybody up from their zombie-like materialism. In the second stage, one becomes clear of all material contamination. When one is situated on the transcendental stage, one attains the most coveted position, the stage of loving Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught that this is the highest stage of perfection of all human beings. Yoga practice is essentially meant for controlling the senses. The central controlling factor of all the senses is the mind. Therefore, one has to first practice fixing the mind by engaging it in Krishna. The gross activities of the mind are expressed through the external senses, either by the acquisition of knowledge or for the functioning of the senses in accordance with the will. The subtle activities of the mind are thinking, feeling, and willing, which are carried out according to one's own consciousness, either polluted or clear. If one's mind is fixed on Krishna, his name, qualities, form, pastimes, entourage, and paraphernalia, all one's activities, both subtle and gross, become favorable. The Bhagavad Gita's process of purifying consciousness is the process of fixing one's mind on Krishna by talking of his transcendental activities, cleansing his temple, going to the temple, seeing his beautiful transcendental form, nicely decorated, etc., etc. So, this chanting of Hare Krishna is very, very deep. It'll bring us to the highest stage of perfection. So we thank everyone for their participation, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And
Haribo.
any questions or comments? Huh? Yes.
Good vibe.
Yeah, the vibe is Krishna is personally present here, and he's the source of all good atmospheric conditions and vibrations.
Well, he wasn't here.
Yes, most definitely is. And actually, the more that this is done all over the world, for as many hours a day as possible, imagine the whole planet enveloped with this vibration. We would have the peace with so much more.
Yeah, I gave him the map.
Yeah. Well, I think we're concluding it tonight.
Hare
That's what we say. We say Hare Krishna when you leave.